It would appear as though it's morning again, and by morning I mean afternoon. The sunshine and stuff out there. Okay, a couple of things right off. This carpet, it's gotta go. It was supposed to be removed already, and well, I'll explain more about that later, but I've kind of had a little bit of a situation, and I can't get down this hallway without getting stuck on it down there at the end. The easy lock on this chair and also on the F3, don't appreciate it. I'm supposed to be waiting for a contractor to do this, but, well, let's go take care of a couple other things and then I'll explain what's going on. Right now though, let's see. I need shoes and probably socks. Oh, that was what I was doing. Coffee. I've been reduced to having to use the the leftover Keurig K-Cup stuff and then brewing that into a mason jar and putting it in the freezer so it cools off. Because the coffee is weak enough that if you try to just dump ice over it right out of the Keurig, it gets... Oh my god. Changing my jeans. Stand by. Just in case you were wondering. So, got coffee all in my jeans. It's dripping off my arm, dripping off my joystick. Didn't get too much on the floor, a little bit on the counter. Hang on a second. And what's funny is I was just thinking I should probably wear my other jeans because I'm going to be working on getting this carpet out. But I was like, no, these are my new ones. I just washed them and they're fine, but now they're speckled in coffee. Let me show you what happened here. The mason jar doesn't quite fit under the shelf, so I pushed up on the shelf just a little bit because having the coffee in contact with this makes it cool a lot faster. And then when I went to pull this out of here, well, my hands are dumb. And then I tried to pull this back and it went spraying, and then coffee went in various places that coffee doesn't belong. I think I was saying, if you try to brew coffee out of the Keurig and then crash cool it with ice, it gets so weak because it's so hot and ice is made of water and it dilutes your coffee that it's not drinkable. Or it is, but not to the level that a professional coffee drinker such as myself will appreciate. Before I took a shower, I stuck this in the freezer. This is 2 of those K-Cup pods. I'm gonna make the coffee and then I'm going to go to the mailbox place. A viewer sent me some coffee a while back and he keeps asking me, he's like, have you got the coffee yet? And I was like, no, I'm terrible at remembering things. So I appreciate you sending me the coffee, and I'm actually going to use it right now because I'm out of coffee and I'm resorting to weird things to get my caffeine. See, light passes right through that. It is not proper. And there was some other reason I had to go to the mailbox place too. I can't remember. Let's give the camera a sponge bath here. Okay, that'll do. I'm probably gonna regret this, but while I finish getting ready, my shoes on and everything, we're gonna rock out to the YouTube audio library because, well, copyrights. I'm gonna try and find one song that isn't strange or sounds like it should be in a different type of movie. This is rock. Whatever. I just realized I did that in front of the window and neighbors across the street mowing their yard. It's like, yeah, I'm getting dressed. Yeah, I guess I'm filming myself doing it, but it still seems strange. Gonna come out here and fire up the van real quick. It likes to warm up when it's cold outside, specifically the transmission, so we're gonna do that while we finish up here. And real quick here before we head out, I need to measure a cushion that I have here. I've got a couple of Rojos lying around, and a friend's needing something to use temporarily while he's getting a new cushion. So we happen to have a few things in stock right here. Oh, come on, camera, really? You're gonna get completely black. What if I put my hand right here? Now I'm gonna lock the exposure. There we go. So we've got, just threw the tape measure on the floor. So we got tape measure and a couple of Rojos here. This one, that's 16 by 20. I think that's a hybrid. And then I've got another full Rojo cushion around here somewhere. Oh, you know, I think it's in the other storage unit. And let me measure this. Well, no, that hybrid is the one I patched, so I wouldn't want to give that to him. I'm doing a little bit of looking around. Whoa, what is going on here? Are you kidding me? That would be antifreeze. It's always something with this van. Always something. The green van needs a radiator. Not a repair, not a patch, not a bottle of glue that you pour in. It needs an actual replacement. The header tank on the left side of the radiator has a big old crack going down it. The things are made of plastic, so I mean, that's bound to happen, you know, over time. But yeah, I thought I smelled antifreeze when I was driving it the other day, but then after I put the proper transmission fluid back in it, it made the leak a little bit worse, obviously. So there's not substantial, but there is enough of a transmission leak to actually smell ATF constantly. And when I thought I was smelling antifreeze, I thought, well, I'm probably just smelling ATF. That's what I told myself. But I'm glad I fired the thing up today and was warming it up, and it got up to operating temperature and got pressurized, otherwise I probably wouldn't have seen that. But yeah, anyways. So let's open up this bag here. I know it's some sort of coffee, I'm not sure what kind exactly. I always love it when you guys send coffee, it's great. There's always, because, I mean, I never know, like, I mean, there's a few things for sale here, but when someone else just picks it for you and sends it, it's great, because I normally wouldn't try stuff. So, let's see what we got here. Oh, it's a big bag. This is Don Pablo Signature Blend, Colombian, Guatemala, and Brazil. Got some of that, got some of that UPS store dust in it. Yeah, medium dark roast, rich complex, and medium body. So there you go. Thank you. Sorry it took me so long to get that from the mailbox. I'm a little bit slow. Oh, there might be a note. Let's see here. Totally normal. Thanks for the info and the videos from Mr. Mark and MyLife99. Sweet. Thank you guys. I'm gonna get some of that going the second I get back to the house because, well, as you saw earlier, we're running low on the cold brew. I'm sitting here on the side of this road right now, and I'm gonna eat this hot dog with its mustard. Ah, that smells delightful. Oh, by the way, this thing is empty. I should probably throw it away or recycle it or use it in the garage to hold stuff. Well, that was a nice little detour. Yeah, thanks again for the coffee. Okay, back to the hallway carpet situation here. Let me just run down here and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So, if you notice here, it may not show up on camera very well, but we have, see how it's like all bunching up here at the ends? And it's also starting to pull away from this wall right here. You can see there's a bit of a gap. And then if I were to say go into the other room here, and I gotta turn around. Echo, turn on the office. Oh, those plants are still in here. Yeah, so I moved all the plants in here out of the living room when they were going to remove the carpet, but okay, anyways, hang on. There you can see. This starts getting caught on my Easy Lock. Now, Dan, I thought you were paying contractors to do this. Well, yeah, I am. Once again, I don't own this place yet. I'm still just leasing it for now. And I won't go into too many details, but some scheduling conflicts came up, let's say. I've been here a month and a half now, and while yes, I do have some stuff in the living room, I haven't been able to move in yet because this carpet has to be gone. Like, it's really hard on my chairs. The batteries go dead super quick. I can't even use the F3 in here at all, so I've got to keep using the steampunk chair, which is not the most comfortable thing in the world. But after having the scheduling conflict, and things being delayed again, and they were like, oh, well, I'm gonna be careful. I don't want to say too much. I'm not angry. Like, I'm just like, this is just a matter of fact, functional life thing. I have to do this. So I don't think anybody involved watches the videos, but just in case, like, if you do, like, I'm not worried about it. It's just we have to get to a certain point, or things come to a certain point where I've got to do what I got to do, and I can't wait around anymore. So, oh, and that was the other thing. The bathroom, the strip that holds the carpet in, going in through the bathroom door, it got bent and it was sticking up and, ooh, tetanus. It was sticking up and catching on the bottom of my chair really bad. So I pulled this thing out. It's sort of an integrated tack strip / transition, and every one of the doors have that. But yeah, so that's gonna be the project for right now. I don't think it should be too big a deal. Like, I'll probably just cut the carpet next to each door transition because those little, I can't think of the word. They're not transitions, but, well, the color, the white balance is all off. But anyways, I'll probably just cut the carpet in front of each door and then pull the carpet back, cut it back here somewhere. And you can see there's already a big cut in the carpet from where they pulled that back to take a look at the flooring underneath. And then I'll come back around, and after I pull the carpet, those transition strips are going to be sticking up, so I'll have to pull those out. That part's going to take a little bit of work because they're nailed off to the floor, and I'll have to be careful not to damage the hardwood, but I think I should be able to get this done here pretty quick without too much effort. I'm pretty sure I'll have to get out of my chair to take care of those two doors. This third bedroom here, I'll probably just leave be for now because I don't need to get in there at the moment. But as you can see here, this is what we're left with after removing that little strip. And there you can see we have some beautiful hardwood floors underneath there. But yeah, see, it's just like not having it. I mean, see, it's just, this is not ideal. Look how far the tires sink in. And like when I stop and maneuver, and like you can see it shifting and bunching up and everything. All right, so essentially I'm just gonna get out here to the edge of my chair, put my feet on the floor, fold up the foot plates, then make sure I don't fall over on my head. Back up here a little bit. I've got this door jamb here I can kind of brace myself with. And my elbow's on my knees. Oh, we don't have one of those transition strips here. Okay, that might be easier. I'm just gonna grab this carpet with the pliers and pull up and see what we got underneath here. Okay, that's actually not bad. I'm gonna just use the knife here and we'll help this out a little bit. This is gonna be a lot of work with a shop vac too. There's a lot of dust and stuff under here. Oh, so they just folded the carpet over and like brad nailed through. Interesting. Well, that actually make it a lot easier to pull up without damaging the floor. If I can grab underneath this, all I have to do is one of these. Oh yeah. I just got some little brad nails sticking up. I can grab those with the diagonal cutters. Dysreflexia. Oh boy. I'll be fine. I just leaning over a little too far. Alright. Yeah, so looks like they just use staples actually. Yeah. Man, this floor looks nice. Should probably be wearing gloves so I don't stab myself. Well, luckily the camera's in there and I have to get in there to get to it, so I'm gonna move this stuff out of the way here. And all these staples. And then we're gonna have to do this in shifts. That was pretty quick, but man, does it trigger the dysreflexia in a hurry. My lower back doesn't appreciate certain maneuvers or being compressed in certain ways. So, so much easier getting in here already. Whew. Yeah, start sweating usually and then other exciting things, but okay, sweet. Well, this is actually gonna be not too bad. I'm gonna go grab the vacuum cleaner though, because as you can see, and I should probably also grab my respirator, because as soon as I start pulling this stuff up, that dust I know is gonna be bad. Okay, so that just happened. I'm noticing now though, they went a little bit nuts with the carpet padding, attaching it to the floor. There's like 8 staples across here and about 750 of them going down that way. So removing this stuff is going to be quite the pain. Although I seem to be able to roll around on it just fine. I don't think I have it in me to remove that many staples. I mean, getting the carpet out, I mean, that was like manageable, but I might just leave it at that, because this stuff is attached. I'm sure it'll probably start coming up if I run over just the padding, but I don't know. At least our transitions now are going to be a lot easier getting through the doors. You don't have to bump up onto that carpet, so it's nice and smooth. A little bit of a bump there. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna poke at this a little bit and see what I decide, and then I'll come back and let you know what the plan is. Well, I was playing around and I pulled up this one little section right here. They didn't use nearly as many staples here, and they're actually using a different kind of staple than they were holding down the edges. It's a lot easier to pull out. I think they were just trying to cut and piece these sections, that's why there's so many staples, but my God, this is one of the nicest hardwood floors I have ever seen. I mean, it is like, seriously preserved and protected. Obviously, there's all these little black spots here, but I think, let me clean up a little section of this. I think it's gonna look really nice, actually. I think this is just, yeah, that's just crud from the carpet padding. Yeah, it's going to take a little bit of work with a stiff bristled nylon brush, but yeah, this stuff comes right off. Yeah, look at that though. I mean, this section right here that I just cleaned, I mean, that's premium. I don't know who in their right mind would cover up a hardwood floor like this. It's just, yeah, I mean, obviously there's a bunch of dirt and grime and stuff here from the carpet and the padding, but look at this. I mean, look at that color. That's just outstanding. So, I don't know what the plan is here. I decided I have to pull this up at least because the staples are sticking up, and the carpet over the top of this was protecting those staples when I was running over it with my chair. But since this stuff is so thin and it compresses really easily, the staples sticking up could potentially dig into the floor deeper. I don't think they damage the floor, but it's going to make them a lot harder to get out. So I think what I'm going to do here is for the rest of the afternoon, just a few minutes here and there, I can get to these little sections from my chair by leaning over, and these staples pull out a lot easier. So I think I'm just going to start slowly removing these sections throughout the rest of the afternoon. Because if I start running over this the way it is, it's going to make it a lot harder to take it out later, and potentially the staples could roll over and cause other issues. But now that I'm seeing this, I'm like really excited. This is going to be great. Yeah. The only potential downside that is fixable later after I buy the place, the floor joists are not insulated under the house, so this carpet was providing a fairly significant amount of heat insulation. The ductwork under the house is insulated, so that's good, but we'll see here going into winter, getting rid of this carpet, well, and actually some of these windows and stuff are pretty bad anyways, especially that sliding door. The heat just goes right through it. But that's the only potential downside I could see, is it's going to cost a little bit more natural gas to keep this place heated over the winter. But I think the other thing I'm going to do too, well, I'm not going to be able to, because even with my off-road chair, getting in some of the outside vents is going to be tricky, but I'll have a friend come over and we'll work on getting some of those styrofoam plugs put into the crawl space vents around the bottom of the house. Because when I stuck my head down in the crawl space here a few weeks ago, that was a little sketchy, by the way. I got down on the floor and laid on my face. At first I looked down there with a camera, but then I couldn't quite see. So I got down on the floor and stuck my head down there. And I realized at one point, you better be careful. You're going to end up down in this crawl space on your head. But I did notice when I have my head down there that there's a lot of air movement. So all the vents all the way around this house are open right now. And they do make styrofoam plugs that can go into those things. These ones are a little bit of a strange size. They did build a whole bunch of these houses in the 60s, so I'm assuming there should be something in a similar size. But worst case scenario, it's not that hard to just cut your own foam and put things in there. But that's the only potential downside I see, but this is nice. I'm gonna love this. Oh, and I'll be able to use my F3 finally. A chair that's like actually comfortable and has a proper height back and all that stuff. But anyways, I'm gonna stay here for a few minutes and rest, listen to some music, and then we'll continue with this. Echo, play Spotify everywhere. So I was just on the phone. They disconnected me on accident. They got the approval and everything for my new breathing machine. It's a BiPAP. I still haven't asked what technology BiPAP it is, but since they haven't billed my insurance for one before, they have to do an actual initial consultation. I have to come in. They have to hook it up and do all this other stuff. So he was going to transfer me to scheduling. They can't hand it to me over the counter. Hopefully scheduling doesn't take too long, and I'm hoping he calls me back because he was trying to transfer me to them and we got disconnected. So yeah, I'm gonna wait a minute or two here and see if this rings, and then hopefully we can get it done. It rang again and then it went straight to a dial tone. Let me try calling him.
You have reached an invalid number for Providence Health and Services. Para continuar in that.
Please call me back. He was trying to transfer me over to scheduling for a BiPAP and the phone got disconnected. So
All right, let's try again. Hold on, please.
okay. About getting a BiPAP scheduled, and he was trying to transfer me over to scheduling and I got disconnected.
Yeah, Dan, let me take a look here. Unfortunately, since there's a BiPAP, we do require an appointment. I could schedule something this weekend if you're available.
Yeah, pretty much as soon as possible. I've been trying to make a used machine work, and it's not really working very well.
Okay, yeah, let's take a look here.
No,
I do have an opening this Saturday the 16th at 2 o'clock, if that works.
is that the soonest you guys have available?
That's my next opening, yeah.
Okay. I mean, whatever we got to do.
Okay. With the machine that day.
Okay, and when they unlock the door, can they please make sure that the chairs are not blocking the automatic door buttons? Usually every time I come in there, I have to move furniture to get into the building.
Oh, really? Okay, yeah, I can let them know that.
Okay.
Perfect. All right, well, thank you so much. We'll see you on the Saturday.
Okay, thanks.
All right, thanks, Dan. Bye-bye.
They did tell me Thursday or Friday. Saturday, I guess, isn't that bad, but... A little bit of context here real quick. So the problem is, the machine I am using, while it does work, it's old enough that it's not really designed for the breathing support that I need. And while it technically on paper can handle the pressures, it gets out of sync a lot. So I have to wake up at night and reset the thing quite a bit. It tries to make me breathe in when I'm breathing out and stuff like that. And I appreciate you selling me that thing. Don't get me wrong. I'm not complaining in any way. That thing has gotten me by for the last couple months, like, really well. But with the new settings, I don't remember. I don't think I said any of this previously, but my doctor said the breathing support that you need is very, very critical. And if your machine can't handle it, you should go to the hospital and stay there. Now, they told me Thursday or Friday. I'll probably include the clips in a video later talking about this specifically. I went to the DME facility and they said, yeah, we can hand it to you over the counter, no problem. But now, after talking to these guys, apparently that can't happen. They're scheduling me for Saturday. They're going to try and get it. They can give me a short notice cancellation if something comes up before that. But the reason I seem unjustifiably annoyed right here is because this is kind of like getting down to the wire here. And I mean, I'm going to try the thing again tonight. It worked last night with resetting it a bunch, but I don't want to have to go to the hospital and stay there again. So I'm just, at this point, I'm frustrated. That's why you don't have some of the background context here. I filmed a bunch of stuff when I went down there and did that. I'll include that in a later video, but that's what's going on here. Let's go back to some manual labor. It's always a cure for things that make you unhappy. Echo. Play Spotify everywhere. That plays it in the whole house, by the way. Let's go pull up some carpet. Okay, fast forward about an hour and a half. We're making some progress. I've gotten all the staples pulled out up to right where that box is sitting, and I'm a little over halfway done. So I think it should be good. All these black spots are just random gunk that can be cleaned off really easily, but that's all that's left there. I'm thinking because this hallway is smaller and they were just using random pieces of carpet padding that they had laying around is why they use so many staples. And in hallways, they're so narrow, the stuff has a tendency to shift around. So there's like 3 strips here wide instead of just doing bigger sheets. I think they were trying to use up what they had left or something. But anyways, yeah, I'm doing all right. I figured out, I mean, I can sit on the floor and have my chair right behind me, and you know, I can kind of keep scooching down and pull my chair up behind me, and it's not too bad. I figured out positions I can sit in that doesn't trigger the dysreflexia, so that's good. But I'm gonna get some dinner, then we're gonna pick this back up, and we should be able to knock this next part out here, I would think, in probably 40 minutes, something like that, and then we'll be done. I'll worry about cleaning the floor some other time, well, who am I kidding? I'll probably wind up cleaning that tonight. But yeah, this will be nice. Always good when you're not having the, well, I'm not saying I'm not having the best day, but I'm just frustrated, as you know, it can happen. But I'm thankful I'm in a position to where I'm able to actually kind of get down on the floor and do some labor like this, because switching off your brain and just getting a task done is really helpful in this type of deal. There comes a point in almost every project where you're working and working and working, and then you realize, oh crap, I think I'm just about done. Or sometimes you're so much in the zone that you don't realize you're almost done, and then suddenly you're like, oh, there's nothing left to do. We're finished. I usually like to try and keep my brain shut off until I get to the part where you're doing a task like this that involves pulling an ungodly number of staples out of the floor, and then you go to move to the next one, and then you realize, oh, there's no more. But I didn't do that. I just happened to realize just now that I am almost done. But the problem with that is if you realize you're almost done too soon before you're finished, then you start getting annoyed. And you're like, dang it, I'm almost there, but I'm not. But I am really close. So it's hard to switch your brain back off after you realize that. But I think I actually timed it pretty close. I've got maybe 20 more of these things. Fortunately, they're fighting me here a little bit. But I decided to turn on the camera and just start rambling while this is going on. This has been, I think we're coming up on 40 minutes now. Actually, I'm gonna stop talking because the more I'm talking, the more difficult this is becoming. I'm gonna conserve oxygen. I'll be done in a minute. Holy crap. I think that was it. I think we got the last one. It's entirely possible that I missed a few, but I don't think that's my problem at this point. Hi. Okay, now the question is, do I still have enough energy to get back up into my chair? I don't think I have any blisters. Oh. Success. Okay, I'm gonna get back in my chair. And then at some point, after I rest, we're gonna vacuum this. All right. I think we're good. Actually, I think I'm gonna have a blister right here. Yeah, there's definitely something going on in there. That's all right though. Pretty sure it's worth it because look at this. Is that not the most spectacular thing you've seen today? It's a hardwood floor. There's a whole bunch of skid marks all over it. We'll have to take care of that, but that's just random dirt and stuff that was on the bottom of the carpet padding. But I think if I just hit that with a Swiffer, we should be good. All right. I do have a serious question for you though. I want you to answer me in the comments down below. How many spoons do you think are lying on the floor in there right now? I've never actually done a proper calculation of a day's worth, but I have a feeling there's a couple of cases in there. I don't know how many are in a case, but I was doing pretty good. Like, I got this part here. I was like, this is cool. Kept going a little bit. I was like, yeah, okay, this is kind of annoying, but I think I got this. I got down to about here, and I was like, I'm done with this, but I'm also not done. And I kind of had to commit to doing it because leaving staples on the floor and running over it with your power chair is not a good idea. It's bad for the floor, it's bad for the chair, and it's bad for my sense of self-pride in not finishing a project. I'm glad I stopped right here though. That's a good place with this wall, but what do you think? Tell me down below, seriously.